would it be to grow, harvest and eat the freshest produce possible right from your very own garden? Well, that's what happens in this kitchen garden all year round. You see, 80% of what's served here at the cafe at Mayfield Gardens at Oberon in New South Wales is grown in these gardens. So I'm here to pick up some expert tips so that you can grow the freshest and the best food possible. Mayfield really is the market leader here in Australia when it comes to paddock to plate. The 1.5 hectare veggie garden is jam-packed full of all the summer crops like lettuce and beetroot and a full range of herbs, while the 2 hectare orchard is jam-packed full of amazing espaliered fruit trees, including apples, pears and figs. Now, Alison is the produce gardener here at Mayfield. A bit of cultivation keeps the weeds down, Alison, doesn't it?
It sure does.
That's brilliant. Look at the bees. They're loving the leeks.
Loving it.
What you're doing here is just a larger scale of the home garden.
It is. So the raised beds here that we've done, it really helps with ventilation. So the blue metal around
These are
the
rather,
beds here.
it's like a Gabion wall, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good for
just filled
drainage.
with the blue. It is good for drainage.
And I guess being black, it pulls in a bit of winter
A little
heat.
bit of heat, yeah. So being cold climate, we need all the heat we can get.
Yeah, of course, exactly.
Our time for soil preparation is in the winter time.
Right.
So a lot of organic matter mixing through the soil. We do use a loosened mulch as well here, and the worms love loosened mulch.
So placement is really important.
It is. So everything that you use every day, the herbs are right next to the kitchen. So out of sight, out of mind.
Yes,
if you can have it so you see it every day, you'll use it.
Yep.
How could it hold me? 'Cause devils won't scare me from you. You know.
Wow, so what's happening in here, Alison?
Yeah, so this is our igloo. So because we are cold climate, this gives us a chance to grow all year round.
Right, so you really are 365 days of the year growing.
Yeah, so you can see the sugar snaps, they're finished, but they were growing through the winter. And just this little area here, we cropped about 12 kilos, just over 12 kilos just on here. We do heat this area through the winter, so it is a little bit warmer than outside temperatures. So I did an experiment with the tomatoes to see whether they would grow, and yeah, they did quite well.
There's a bit of a stage planting thing going on here.
Yes, rather than harvesting a whole lettuce, we're just taking off leaf by leaf.
Right.
So that we do get the mixed colours through, but also you're not using the whole lettuce in one go. So you can get about a month or so from the lettuce.
Brilliant, look at those. Full of antioxidants, all those purple veg. In fact, they're all purple.
Yeah.
So this is really, just demonstrates really clearly when you've got the seedlings of different stages of sowing.
When you buy a little punnet of seedlings, you can plant a few, and then in a couple of weeks' time, buy your next punnet. You really want to plan your whole garden before you actually plant out, and that way you know the area that you're going to use, and needing to know that, OK, now we need to leave a little bit of a space so that we can keep on growing.
That's really important, is to leave that bit of space.
And so another space-saving tip, really, for gardeners at home, we're trying just growing the cucumbers up and over, so up a trellis, so that we're not just taking...
ground space.
Ground space, yes.
You got a little string here, little knots on them.
Little knots so they can attach to something as they go up.
As they climb up.
Keeps them off the ground as well, so slugs and snails don't start attacking the fruit.
And maybe less mildew. I notice, Alison, you're growing a lot of your own veggie seedlings there.
Yes, we do. I like to start from seed, and that way we can use the heirloom varieties and have a much larger choice. And I do use a seaweed solution when they're really young.
Well, very productive. It's all happening. That looks fantastic. Dan, you're the head chef this whole operation, and you've got to know what's coming on, what's going to be harvestable next week or this afternoon so that you know exactly what you can put into meals, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Alice and I will touch base as much as we can.
Yeah.
Generally, it's on the Thursday during the week.
Right.
On harvest day.
That lettuce and that one.
Is this new signature dish that you've got?
Yeah, so this is a sugar-cured duck breast that we're doing on our Mayfield heirloom beetroots and micro-herbs, edible flowers. It's definitely a plus to be able to see it and watch it grow so you can know when to harvest it, when it's in its prime, so we're delivering the best produce we can.
Dan, that looks fantastic.
No worries. Thank you, mate, and enjoy.
Thank you very much. Well, doesn't look beautiful, and you can't beat it for freshness either. Harvested this morning and already in a beautiful dish for lunch.